Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Call Mom Conversations. I am glad you are here. I am Stacy. I'm the host of this channel, and I am a um, coach. I've been a therapist for many years, so I have lots of knowledge in regards to what it takes to kind of live a life that's less stressful. I've been involved with, parenting tips and helping those relationships with kids and parents. But when I work with moms, a lot of moms, the biggest thing is that they feel overwhelmed and burnt out. And a lot of times it's coming from, not just, excuse me, working full time or being a stay at home mom. It is all of the responsibilities that moms, take on. There's all these invincible things that we do that no one really takes into consideration. But then we're managing everybody. We're not just managing the day in, day out schedule, but we're also managing their emotions. You walk into the room and you have that mom feeling, right? That something is wrong, and they don't even have to tell you that something is happening. You know it. And so you take on that role, that stress, and the other thing that I discovered this past year, but it's really hit me recently, is that we also lose our identity. And I'm going to be talking a lot about that. I'm going to do another, video tomorrow. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow about how, as moms, we have so many roles, right? We're a mom, we're a wife, or a girlfriend, or a partner. We are, maybe if you are working outside the home or in the home, you have that role as whatever role you have taken on with your employer. For many years, I was mom, I was a school therapist, I was a school supervisor, I was my husband's wife, and I lost my own identity. And so you have that stress as well. And I really didn't realize the impact of losing my own identity until after my husband passed away. Once I was, yeah, like that, I was grieving already, but then the grief of losing myself came along and I didn't know who I was. So I really needed to tap into who I was. And this past year, I have really done a lot of work in regards to that. I start every morning with connecting to, my higher self, and I tap into my intuition, but I do a meditation. So I ground myself. And those are the times that I really connect to myself. And as I've also worked on creating my own boundaries and not saying yes to everything because I had this guilt that if I didn't say yes, that the other person would be upset with me or they would be mad. Well, I'm not responsible for their feelings. And so I've done a lot of work in regards to that. And that is things that I share with all of you. And I've noticed that in this channel, let me turn on some light. I guess it's a little darker in this room. I've noticed that 90% of you are not subscribed to this channel. So do me a favor and make sure you subscribe, so that you can get notified of all the times that I post something or, do a live like this so that you are aware of what's happening. Plus, what I would like to do is offer a membership. It's going to be a low cost membership where I will do, some more personal work with all the members. I'm working out all the details right now of what that's going to look like, of what I'm going to offer, but it'll probably be a live training once a week, plus some individual, be able to do some more individual grounding work and some, more focused work for all of the paid members. So drop me a chat or, you can send me a message that, you would want to be a part of that membership. Like I said, it's going to be a low cost membership. It's going to be less than $10 a month to be a member and have some of the extra trainings and things that I will offer. So as we have talked in regards to, it's usually Mindful Monday, and I went on vacation and I've been back a little over a week now. It's been a couple weeks, I guess. And I'm still just getting into the routine of getting back into things. And yesterday was a little bit busier for me, so I couldn't get on live. So I wanted to make sure I came on live today. And we haven't picked a card in a while. So we're going to pick a card and practice the whatever we have on our card list. So we have anchor object, and we'll see if we get to another one. We'll see if we can get two in. But remember, I've pulled cards. These are mindful or somatic techniques. Somatic techniques are also very mindfulness based. Remember, I am a therapist. I've been a therapist for 25 years or more. And so these come from a training that I went to on somatic therapy. And somatic techniques are just techniques that are very mindful. They get us into that moment. And they are things that we can do with no equipment. So as part of being self-care, you do not need to, go to the gym for this. You do not need equipment, and you won't need a lot of time. And that's important in building self-care into our busy schedule, because I don't want to give you another list of things to do. I want you to be able to do them wherever you are in your day. And you need that moment to, one, connect to yourself, but two, bring some rest into your day. So this one is called anchor object. An anchor object is a physical item that you can use to ground yourself in the present moment and manage stress or anxiety. So this object serves as a tangible point of focus, helping to stabilize your thoughts and emotions during times of distress. So first, you're going to choose an item that holds personal significance or provides comfort. So right now, I do not have anything in my office that necessarily provides me comfort. But, I do have one of my crystals on my desk. So I could sit with this comfortably and hold the anchor object in my hands. So an anchor object is, again, an object. So, and focus your attention on the object's texture, weight, and other sensory details. So, is it warm? Is it cold? How heavy is it? Is it light? Is it smooth? Is it rough? You want to bring in all of the sensory kind of details. Take a deep breath in and let yourself be fully present with that object. And whenever your mind starts to wander or you feel overwhelmed, return your focus to that anchor object. So bring your attention back. So if your thoughts start to wander, like while you're doing this, just say to yourself, not right now. I'm focused on this object. You don't even have to name the object. Name what you feel. I feel this rough rock, or I feel this smooth, like I was holding a smooth crystal-y egg. So it was smooth. It wasn't, it was made out of crystals, but it wasn't rough like a crystal. And so use that object as a grounding tool to bring yourself back to the present moment whenever needed. And again, I've had clients put a cotton ball in their pocket. So then, if they were feeling overwhelmed or stressed during the day, they could put their hand in their pocket and feel the cotton ball. They could, you know, feel what it felt like, fluffy. It could be, obviously it's light, but you can do that during any kind of day, any moment that you would need to be kind of grounded. And again, that sensory, identifying all of the sensory kind of detail puts you right in that moment. And as you focus more on that object, your brain again has a harder time focusing on all the worries that you might be at that moment. So just keeping yourself grounded. Now, the other one that we pulled was vocal toning. And so vocal toning is engaging in a vocal toning has numerous advantages such as stress reduction, better breathing techniques, strengthened immune system, higher energy levels, improved emotional health, and enhanced voice clarity and strength. Something that has been helping me with my energy level is some products that I am using in a health and wellness company that I've paired up with. And they have high quality supplements, and some of them have improved my energy level, especially, now that I'm in that perimenopausal age. I noticed a change in my energy, and taking their products have been so wonderful for me. And I get to make extra money, and I don't even have to sell the products to make the extra money by being a member. And right now, gas prices in my area are like $5 a gallon. And so being a member of this program cost me less than 2 gallons of gas for my car. And my car is at least a 15-gallon tank. So 2 gallons of that, less than 2 gallons a month. I spend a month on being a member of this company. I can buy products at wholesale prices. Plus, I get paid by being a member. That's how I have a second, one of the other incomes that I have in all the things that I do is so that company has really benefited my nervous system because one, I don't have to worry about, the products because the products are high quality and they are really helpful for me. Two, it's decreasing my stress about, finances. So it's been a win-win for me. So vocal toning, you're going to find a comfortable position, relax your body, especially your shoulders, your neck, and your jaw. This is where a lot of us hold our stress. And choose a vocal sound like or ooh, and start vocalizing at a comfortable pitch. Experiment with different pitches and tones. Focus on the vibrational sensations in your body. Again, focusing on those sensory. So, where do you feel that vibration in your body? And while you're vocalizing, you're going to breathe naturally and express emotions through vocalization. So, you can adjust your volume and intensity for comfort. And then when you're done, kind of reflect. How did that feel for you? For me, this isn't one of my favorites, in grounding. Sorry, I'm getting a potential spam call. So that's not one of my favorite grounding techniques. I'd rather use an anchor object or some of the other ones, but it is one that, again, I'm providing tons of different tips so that you choose the ones that you like the most. For somebody you might like it. All right. Thank you for joining this live. And again, make sure you go ahead and subscribe because 90% of you are watching or coming on and viewing my content, but not subscribing. So make sure you subscribe because I would love to be offering a membership soon. And I need 1,000 subscribers to do that membership. So let's get there. Let's get, onto that membership stage. And then also check out all the links below. The link, there is a link for my Calm and their Focus Reset Kit. I'm going to be creating another freebie soon as well. But then also the link to join me for that health and wellness company is in there as well. So you can become a member and create, get healthier as well, or become an affiliate. When you're a member, you can become an affiliate as well and share it with other people. All right. I will talk to you soon.